Hello and welcome back to Aquaria. Last time, Lee got taken,
Yes.
and Naija swore revenge.
Yes.
I'm Breadmaster.
And I'm Gibby Jones, and I hope you're ready, because we're gonna
'Cause this is a
go
long
kill
one.
some tentacles. Eventually.
I pretend like I've memorized that. I don't actually memorize that.
Man, how
There's
lazy is this ghost kid? Like, look at him. Just,
Wait,
he's like, eh.
he doesn't have to swim. He's a ghost.
Still. I bet that was real easy to animate, though.
Meh.
At this point, you know, he's just like, ah, screw it.
His arms are kind of moving.
Mm-hmm. I am a spooky ghost.
See? Oh, she's still singing too, huh? So why don't you tell me what summary of the game so far?
Summary of the game so far. Okay. Well, so you're Naija. You're like a, you know, mermaid, underwater lady kind of thing. And you have the power of the voice.
Verse.
Which is... Oh, verse, whatever. Not to be confused with being Dragonborn.
She does not have Thum.
She does not have Thum. And then she goes around and is like, hey, you know, this world should be more monotheistic, and decided to go kill gods. So
Not quite. Yeah, I mean, you got halfway there.
So, you know. And,
It's
whoa.
more, it's more like that she woke up one day and realized, I'm alone and sentient now. What happened?
Yeah.
And along the way, figuring out what happened, she happened to kill a lot of gods.
Yes.
To be fair, there has been evidence of a creator god that created the gods that we've killed and didn't like them very much. Also, there was that prophecy from Mythala about Naija being the child of the 13th and uniting the waters of Aquaria.
Yes. All in all, she went to some really strange forums and got some weird ideas and decided to go on a rampage in the sea. Also, learning how to cook using three pans. Oh, and let's not forget stealing children from their home to be enslaved.
Yeah, that's becoming a habit. It's kind of troubling. She also has a hoarding habit. She picks up random junk that she finds and considers treasure.
Yeah. Granted, every video game character is like that.
Yeah. I think that's more to do with video games and not.
Whoa.
Not this game.
What? Creepy.
Hey, thanks, Ghost Kid. Don't know how you did that.
Alright,
So
back
now we
in
can-
the sun form.
Yep, because it's dark, and there are deep eels.
There's something is dark and full of terrors. The night is
Nope,
dark and full of terrors. That's it.
Are you? Oh, Batman.
No.
Oh, shows how much I know.
That is
What
a
were you-
Game of Thrones reference.
Oh, I don't watch that or read that. I'm sorry, your reference was lost on me. Gibby.
It's okay. Whew. This area is making me sleepy.
Oh, hold on. Just wait. We're gonna be hitting
Like,
the...
it's creepy and stuff, but it's, like, also dark and, like... Ah, yes. You could totally nap.
If the pressure didn't crush you.
While you're
Or the
killing
creatures didn't eat you.
Metroids.
No, they were knockoff Metroids, remember? Morphoids.
you're... Your little piranha reminded me of a Beyblade.
Just kind of bouncing around it.
Spin!
Welcome to the body.
The body.
The final area of the game.
A hall. You're in the body.
Yep. It's a pretty big area, and it has a lot of currents like this.
Mm-hmm.
Push around. What can all of you describe as blood cells?
Yeah. It's very clearly blood cells.
It's kind of weird, like, the cathedral was kind of a body, right?
Yeah. But now we're really in the body.
So, the body's pretty big.
Yeah.
He is here somewhere. Oh, there he is.
Mm-hmm.
We can't get him out right now. Although you can hear the ghost child singing the mother's song in the background. But singing it back won't do anything right now. So we're gonna need to find some way of opening that thing.
Time to go on an adventure!
Yay! Those things look like ribs. Those things look like viruses or germs or something.
Well, we are in the body.
Yes. How many times can we say that without wearing it out?
I think it's already worn out.
Okay.
It's middle-aged. They have all these currents.
Mm-hmm.
Blood cells that are just floating along.
Yep. That looks like a spine.
Yeah, it does. Usually you only have one of those. So this is an amalgamation of bodies.
Or it's just one body, but it has lots of extras. You know, spares.
This is your spare spine, your spare rib, and spare everything. Oh man. That's a new thing that was introduced.
Yep.
The
Also, this is kinda
background
new.
starting to attack you.
Yeah, I like those chompy mouths. They're neat.
I mean, it fits.
Grab your arms. They're everywhere.
They are everywhere.
As are these mouths. And by everywhere, I mean everywhere.
Swimming in the 90s.
Don't bring Eurobeat into this. I kind of like that hallway just for the cascade.
Yeah, it's interesting. Eventually this would lead to the heart, I feel.
Not really.
Gross. A face.
The spirit of a Druniad from the kelp forest.
So there are 4 branches to the body, and in each one is a crystal containing a spirit of dead race. And we need to find all 4 of them to free Lee.
Lee is Captain Planet here.
I feel like Naija's more Captain Planet, really.
I will say that this involves a lot of backtracking.
Yes, there is a... Yeah, you have to go through each branch of the body, backwards and forwards. Although I think on the left half, the west half, you can swoop through without having to retrace your steps, really. Also, when you enter a new area, you can see the grabby arms, like, retract. Yeah, there's the second branch.
The body is quite big.
Yes. It's the final area. It gets to be big.
It's just interesting how, like, the background now is actually dangerous, where before it's like, nah, nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Nothing jumps out from the background into the foreground.
Oh, hey, white blood cells. Gotta
Yeah,
avoid those.
they still don't do anything. Those are virus capsules.
Yeah.
They walk along skittering.
I feel like you actually shouldn't kill those. You know? Like...
Well, what's a virus to a god?
Yeah, but every little bit helps. Think about it. If you're trying to take somebody down and they're like, oh, hey, oh, thanks for healing me while you're in there.
But what if, like, there's a very delicate balance of diseases in the body, and if you eliminate enough of them, the others overpower it? Check out that thing.
Oh, gross.
And its brother. Do they look familiar?
A little bit, yeah.
You remember that vision way back in the beginning that the ghost gave us?
Oh, yeah.
All of those enemies in that vision are here.
The plum pierogi.
Yes. It's a +2 energy shot and +2 defense. Which is a little more balanced than the poison pierogi.
Basically, make pierogies.
I've never had... Well, there's a lot of them. Those are the Nautilus that have faces as shells.
Yeah, you can see it. Now, the faces in the background really creep me out.
There's a lot about the body that is unsettling.
The spirit of an Arulian messenger.
That's 2. Halfway there. Also, you know it's a final boss, or final area of the game when they start handing out healing items that heal you fully.
Hey, here's a full elixir.
Gee, I wonder why there's this, like, you know, endless supply of Phoenix Down right here.
You're gonna die a lot. Phoenix Down won't survive cutscene death.
You know I've never played those games, right?
Why not?
Because I don't have the patience.
At this point, I feel like it's just
Inertia?
like
Momentum?
obstinate. Like, I'm not gonna play those. I'm gonna be the guy who never plays Final Fantasy games.
Alright.
Come on. I mean, you gotta admit a little bit of that.
It is kinda.
That's what.
Though I don't know whether I should stay the guy who's never played a Final Fantasy game or the guy who's never played a Kingdom Hearts game. Although, when you think about it, not a whole lot of difference between the two.
And really, is that what you want to make you unique?
No.
Exactly. You're already the guy with the cool cat. Like, you should just keep that. I like how we're having deep philosophical discussions during our gameplay. This is what Aquaria brings out. You start inner thinking yourself.
Inner thinking. I thought that was overthinking.
Reflection.
There we go. That's where.
Yeah.
So that cutscene was to indicate that we can't go past that point without Lee. We can't leave our good buddy Lee behind.
Lee behind.
Yep.
Did you say good Freddy?
I tried to say good buddy, and then my mouth didn't do it. You know what? I feel like the body could have more faces.
I feel like the fact that it doesn't, though, makes when you see them, like, really unsettling.
That's true. Too many faces would kind of spoil it.
Mm-hmm.
According to the game files, these things are just called monstrosities. Or horrors. No, they're horrors. Which is an appropriate name, I think. There's another one. It's got like a crab leg and a crab claw.
Mm-hmm. Like it's kind of been split in half, and then it was like, oh, this is good enough.
It grew a leg and a claw and called it good.
Close enough.
Another... I think that was a spicy roll.
A spicy roll.
I think we already found the recipe for volcano rolls, which is the better form of spicy roll. Oh, you might also notice that enemies can get poisoned by other enemies, but it's not. It doesn't seem to do enough damage to kill them. Well, I'm pretty sure it does make it easier to kill them because they do take some damage. Ah! Ah!
So many things.
Yep. It's kind of weird, like, there's not a whole lot of a curve to the difficulty in Aquaria. And I think that's by design. I read in an interview somewhere with, I think it was Derek Yu. They designed the game to be completely controllable by the mouse alone, which
that
does
makes
pose
it
like
accessible.
yeah. Although I've been very obvious in saying like I don't play it by mouse alone because I would be flailing a lot.
Yeah.
And I'd rather make it look like I know
The
how to play
spirit of
very
a
well.
prototype warrior.
One more. I hope he gets along with the Aurelian.
They're just running around.
Oh yeah, I finally decided to show off Swamp Cake, which is poison fish form. It's not very effective.
Yeah.
It really requires the enemy to chase you,
Mm-hmm.
and most of the enemies in this area don't.
Not many enemies do chase you to begin with.
The Nautilus kind of enemies do, and they're pretty common. This loop goes nowhere.
You're just showing it off.
Yeah. I kind of get the impression that it's intended to... It's a circulatory system. It does loop. Ooh.
What?
There's this grabby hands on his face. Why am I surprised at something I already did? Divine Soup. It's speed +2 and heal +5, which is
That's
a
like-
lot.
Yeah. Like half the full health.
Not well. Since we've gotten the health containers, it no longer 5 health is not our whole health anymore. But it is a good amount. The only downside to Divine Soup is that it has a long recipe chain. Like you have to make a 3 or 4 different recipes first to
In order to get to it.
Yeah. There's another face.
The spirit of the Prince of Mythalis.
Prince of Mythalis.
Yeah, we've heard about him.
By retrieving the 4 spirits, I gained the power to free Lee from his prison.
Go freely!
It feels kind of abrupt. How Naija is like, now I can go get him.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I knew this all along. Oh, whoa, those are creepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, you do not want to see that in a dark alley.
Yeah. It looks like they take damage, but I don't think they actually can die. According to the game files, these things are called Abaddon. And I'm fairly certain that's some sort of biblical demon name or something. There's a lot of them in this area. Back to abrupt Naija telling us to go free Lee. I think there's not really a good way for the game to tell you now you can go do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how you would do it otherwise. Also, here's what a speed +2 boost looks like. It's
Are
ridiculous.
you coming going to fish form?
I don't think I do, actually.
Oh man,
I'm sorry.
you'd be like the supercar of the sea. Gotta go
It's kind of a
fast.
shock when it runs out.
Like, oh, it's over.
Yeah. Actually, the chamber that Lee is in kind of looks like a heart. Like an actual anatomical diagram of a heart. Yeah, kind of ignore it because I don't have any poison cure items.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a heart.
Also, I have the costume that heals me. And now we sing the mother song to open the cage.
And he just swims out.
In dual form, Lee and I would bond together to become one new being. Our combined form had two sides.
Oh god!
And by using each side properly, we could unleash a devastating attack.
What, you've never seen a fusion dance?
Hey, I've watched DDT. Oh dang. You've got some killing power.
Yes. So, dual form is the final form of the game, and it's kind of weird. I don't want to say gimmicky. I'll show it off when I actually start using it, but it's more. It's really only useful for the body. There really is no place for it anywhere else in Aquaria.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense since end of the game.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Time to get there.
So Lee's side of dual form has a charge shot, which does not home, but does a lot of damage. Unfortunately, all of these enemies in this area have a lot of health. Naija's side doesn't really do anything at this point. I do like how the four spirits are the same colors as the notes for dual form, I think.
And you're poisoned again.
Yep. But the jelly costume heals me. I just...
So you're just in an endless torment.
It's not endless. The poison wears off, eventually. I always have this weird sense of, like, what was I doing back then? So I recorded this, like, 3 days ago or something.
Yeah.
So every time you kill an enemy with Lee's charge shot, you gain power. And once you have enough power in dual form, I think it's like 3 enemies is enough to get a full charge.
Blast it with Naija.
Then you can actually have a Thoom.
Aha.
And that's... I think it kills pretty much anything that can be killed on screen.
Blast! So now Lee is full fish person.
With firm resolve, I swam onward, the anger of ancient spirits burning inside me. I would see this journey through to the end, no matter the scars it left on my conscience. I had to know the truth.
So this part of this is a gauntlet.
Yeah.
It's a straight path,
I
and
like
it's
the music.
full of enemies. Oh yeah.
Like, the music's hyping up. It's like, alright, this is, butt-kicking music.
And these are all enemies from the original Vision.
Give me your power.
Yeah, everything else except the Abaddon died there, so you can't kill them.
They're just endlessly creepy.
Yep. Now, it's not... dual form isn't really great at killing enemies one-on-one, because it doesn't home, so you need to be very, very accurate with your shots.
Yeah.
Because if you miss, you have to spend time charging. And not every enemy dies in one hit. The Mutiluses will die in one hit if you get most of the shot on them. If you only nick them, then it doesn't kill them.
Man, Naija's form, like, you're like, okay, Lee does a lot of work, and then it's like, all right, underwater, like, murder.
Like the opera singer breaking the glass. You also don't get credit for the kill if anything else kills the creatures, including your pets.
Aha. So you don't want to kill stealing pet.
Yeah. It actually turns out that the Nautilus pet that I have right now is actually slower than the Mutulus and can't actually damage them. Yeah, it can, but they need to be standing still, really. If they're chasing Naija, the Mutulus will miss them.
Whole section is a lot of charge, destroy, charge, destroy.
Yep. And there's sort of checkpoints with those tumorous masses blocking the way that you need to use Naija's form to clear.
Yeah.
That was another long life suit. Yeah, these weird electric jellyfish things take way too much health, or way too much damage to kill.
Yeah. Gonna say.
That's easy. Now these things are just called mutants, I believe. Interesting enough, the sprites for them are in the same file as Naija sprites.
Well, they do look very similar.
Yeah. They're also harder to fight with with dual form, so I switched to energy form to fight them.
Heat-seeking missiles are easier to...
Especially if you have a spicy one with you. They're dead.
Does spicy roll increase Lee's shot too?
No, I don't think there's anything that can affect his.
Destroy them! Aha!
Now there is actually one treasure in this area. It's not here. It's coming up. And if I'd actually planned everything out properly, this would have been the last treasure of the LP. But it's like the third to last act.
did you just miss a couple, or?
Oh, I'm gonna go back.
Well, yeah, I know that,
But yeah, there are a couple that are actually hidden in the same fashion. But this one, this part of the wall is fake.
Aha!
It is our last costume, though.
Oh, it's a costume.
Yep.
You've gained Magneto's helmet.
It's the mutant armor.
You've gained Magneto's helmet!
Okay, yeah, that's true. Naija's description of it is, why do they look so much like me? And when you put it on, you look just like the mutants around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm almost certain, because I looked through all of the sprite files to figure out, like, do they actually use a different sprite set? No, I think they actually use the same sprite as Naija in the armor.
Aha. So that's why.
Which makes sense. Why would you spend resources on duplicates? Yep. It kind of feels like this part of the body is a little long.
You're in, like, the digestive tract.
Yeah.
This is going on forever!
And if you really want to go on forever, you lay out all the blood vessels end to end. At this point, I realized, the Nautilus pet can't actually hit them. I don't know why, but enemies' movement patterns change really drastically when they're attacked by the piranha.
Because they're like, oh no, a piranha!
Yeah. That one just kind of vibrated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, here's a fun area. That's a lot of Mutalists. That wasn't even all of them.
Destroy
Look at them. Look at all of them.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure if it's faster to boost energy spout damage and shoot them one by one, or charge up and try to get them all in dual form.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I take a lot less damage using energy form than dual form. Simply because I can have a constant output. Almost there.
Naija's getting all this food.
Mm-hmm.
It's making me want food. Maybe I could go with the theme of this and get some, like, sushi or something.
Or soup. There's lots of soup recipes.
True. I think I'm out of soup, though.
Yeah. Thrilling commentary.
It's not our fault that this goes on forever.
Nope, it's almost over. Maybe, I forget.
The end isn't.
Actually, yeah, I think this is the end.
no part.
Well, almost. I did say that I missed a few treasures.
Yeah.
And I haven't shown off all of the recipes.
True. Ah, save point right before the boss.
Yes,
Yeah.
and this. Look, Ghost Kid brought us a turtle.
Aha! How convenient.
Yeah, and these plants all give you the base ingredients for making arcane poultices. And they give you enough for like 4 of them. But next time, we're just gonna put the boss on hold and actually pick up a lot of stuff we missed the first time.
How angry would you be if I plugged goldfish during this?
What do you mean? Do not eat on work. Oh god.
No, what if I was like, man, all this underwater stuff makes me think of goldfish.
I would mute you.
The snack.
I would mute you. I am the editor. I would mute you.
The snack that smiles back.